Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Disney Park Walk and Talk here at Laughing Place. I can't tell you how happy I am to be back doing these again. My name is Doobie, the guy in the studio for our Walk and Talk. And with me today, live from Coronado Springs at Walt Disney World Resort, is the one, the only, Jeremiah Good.
Woo, thank you. That was a great introduction, Doobie.
Yeah, ahoy, Jeremiah. How you doing today?
Ahoy, Doobie. I'm doing my little shuffle.
That shuffles mine. And I'm only, that was half a lie. I'm partially happy to be back, but I'm extremely disappointed I'm no longer at Disney World. So that part's not fun. So why are you at Coronado Springs today, Jeremiah?
Because as of last Friday, the world's biggest bubble popped. AKA Coronado Springs was the last of the hotels to house the NBA players. And after last week's win by the Los Angeles Lakers, the bubble has no longer encompassed Walt Disney World. So it is wide open. Ahoy, Tony. Ahoy.
And it is great to be back here. One of my disappointments in my trip is I did not get to visit Coronado Springs because of said bubble. But congratulations to LeBron and the Los Angeles Lakers on their championship, and even bigger congratulations to getting out of our resort so we can have it back.
Yeah. Now, if the Dodgers can just do it, and then we got the Rams, and then...
Such a hometown boy. So you are now in the Gran Destino Resort, the newest part of Coronado Springs, correct?
Correct. The most beautiful hotel that reminds me of everything. And yes, you can just go ahead and say it now, of Hong Kong and Tokyo hotels.
Look, is that Walt Disney to the right that I saw?
It is. That's exactly where I was headed.
Okay, I haven't been, I only went in here briefly just to get to the elevator to go up to Toledo. So I haven't actually toured this resort myself.
Yeah.
This new hotel. That is not Walt Disney, but that is. Or is it Michael Crichton?
Aren't they one and the same here?
That is beautiful.
And then over to the other side, we have Dahlia, the female, quote unquote, star of Destino, which is a short that is available on Disney Springs. I believe it's available on Disney Plus. That was a collaboration between Walt Disney and what's his name? Salvador Dali. There we go.
Salvador Dali. Yes, there was a documentary on that, wasn't there?
Yes.
I would tell you the name, but I can't remember it. So that's Hidden Mickey. So have you noticed anything different from the last time you were here 8 months ago?
Yeah, literally. I was here, I think, 2 weeks before the shutdown. I was over at the Riviera, but I had visited here. And this, out of the new hotels and new expansions, this is by far one of my favorites. It's just beautiful.
Do you prefer this? This is a tough one to me. Do you prefer this or Riviera?
I mean, I know what the answer is for you, and I think it'd probably be the same for me. Riviera, because it is right there on the Skyliner.
Yes, for that reason, for sure. But in terms of decor, just the look of the place, I haven't toured here myself, but just based on your touring it right now, 1 second.
Hold, please.
I might have to say this one. I don't know what button to press to make that not ring. See if I can turn it down.
Yeah,
this is going to have to endure 3 more rings. I'm going to mute myself. Talk, Jeremiah.
Sure. This expansion is beautiful. The tower is just amazing. The Toledo up at top. I'm not a big tapas fan. Small plates are great, but I prefer just one big meal.
You're a claim jumper kind of guy.
I wouldn't go that far. But yeah, it's beautiful up there. The view is amazing. And of course, I'm so glad that I chose to walk this way to Coronado Springs because it started raining.
So the name of that movie was Dolly and Disney Destino, the story, artwork, and friendship behind the legendary film. So thank you to one of our loyal viewers for letting me know that.
And is Destino on Disney Plus?
Jeremiah, this is why we have those
I know those meetings.
those meetings before we go live. So we are live today. We can prove it. We're going to hold up a newspaper right now to show that we are actually live. So if you're out there and you have any questions, anything you want Jeremiah to see, if you want him to go out and get wet, just let us know. We will.
Here, let me show you what it looks like outside right now. There's a wind and heavy rain. Like I even checked my weather before I walked out, going, "Oh, it's not supposed to rain."
So the title I gave you was the book, not the movie. But the movie there is a movie as well, and the movie is on Disney Plus. Well, I think it's just Walt and Destino, but I could be wrong.
So this was the former check-in area when it was just Coronado Springs. For now, they a wall.
It looks like they just put a wall up in front of the check-in stuff.
They did.
Okay. Coronado Springs, by the way, has, for my taste, the best, even better than Grand Floridian, even better than Wilderness Lodge, the best Christmas tree. They would put it right there in the center where that fountain is. And then above it would be the doves and such right above it. And it was like my favorite place to come take a picture of a Christmas tree. It was beautiful. Just beautiful. So there you go.
Just imagine if we can actually, well, I don't want to say this, but if this actually lasts until the Christmas trees come up and what we can see doing the hotel tours at that point.
That'll be fun. That will be a blast. I'm looking forward to that. Panchitos is the shop at Coronado Springs, one of the better gift shops.
I agree.
In the
I
hotel.
love this one.
It's quite large, very friendly, very airy, even more so now with the additional spacing. But yeah, this is one of my favorite shops to go to.
I mean, we can always tell what could be a future theme here.
Disney Destino, now on Disney Plus.
Okay, good. If you've never seen Destino, it is... I love it, but it is not... It's one of those ones that you go into, and unless you actually read the deep meaning of stuff, it's just pretty.
I am curious if Tony, who often tunes in here, likes it. Is he a Destino fan? The movie Destino. Because I know he likes some of that artsy stuff like Wall-E, which almost no one likes.
Hey, Wall-E.
Oh, go back. One of my favorite things to buy is the yearly airplane, and I haven't gotten one since I've left. Can we get a look at the airplane, the 2020 airplane? How much is that? Is that $7.95?
That is, it's free. No price.
I really want that.
There it is, $9.99.
So it's gone up since I used to buy them 10 years ago. But,
also,
yeah.
Do you want me to pick you up one? I believe it is buy one, get one free still for the 2020 merchandise.
I honestly would really love one.
I will take care of that for you, my friend.
Thank you, Jeremiah.
We are not... Go on.
If anyone else has any shopping requests, no, I'm just kidding.
I was going to say, we are not starting the shopping thing. Thanks. I like my annual pass far too much.
It's a 6-minute short? I thought it was a full movie, Destino. Man, am I incompetent. So Tony says, Destino is beautiful, but definitely an acquired taste, and he asked me not to bring Wall-E into this.
And hang on, while we're here, we're going to...
Gonna make your switch?
Yes. I'm not interested because I have been one of the founders. I actually was part of Fuel Rod before it even got close to coming here to Walt Disney World. I do still enjoy this is a sticker that was put over how much they were going to charge for the change out fees at one point.
I just carry a battery pack with me. I honestly don't understand the fuel rod thing.
It is much easier just to carry that around and be able to change it out at any time.
I suppose.
Okay, this is really cute. This is new. I've not seen this.
What's Disney about that?
Grape soda, up.
It, oh, okay. Dr. Pete, is that supposed to be Pete Doctor on there? I think it
Looks like
is.
it. Yeah.
That's really cool. Okay, don't
I
forget
didn't
to get a
even.
good picture of that. Tweet that out.
Okay.
That was really cool. Good spot, Jeremiah. Good find.
But earlier you asked if I noticed anything different since last time I was here. Yes, it is very empty.
How was the lobby? I know we didn't go to the lobby. I don't think we did. Was it a busy check-in area?
No, because we started in the lobby, but their lobby is so wide open, you can't really see anything. And they were one of when this tower first opened, it was the first, like, you check in online, you walk in, you don't have to go to check in.
All right. Things are so different. That's what was weird when we were at Disney World. Our way of doing quick service, we would walk up to the quick service. If there was no line, we'd just get in line. Otherwise, we would mobile order. So we were still in that habit. We'd walk up, there's no line. Oh, awesome. But that's because you can mobile order only. So
Yeah.
that mobile thing takes a little getting used to.
One of the things that I've discovered recently, and this is, one of those, hey, this is a great little tip. Yes, mobile ordering is the preferred way, but sometimes like I discovered this at the Sunshine Seasons at the Land. They have the mobile ordering, but they also have a walk up, and you can walk up and do, like the old days where you pay and you get your food right there.
That is so retro.
I know. I actually found that it was faster than doing mobile ordering because everybody's mobile ordering.
Right. But mobile ordering, aside from the Skyway, no, that's not what it's called. Aside from the Skyliner, mobile ordering is probably the best invention to come to Disney in the past 25 years.
I have definitely grown. Wow, it's very loud in here. Sorry. I've definitely grown to appreciate it more. It comes in handy. I like it. I like it in the normal times where it's not the everybody does it.
Right.
Because when it was before, mobile ordering, you would get your food right away. Now everybody's doing it, so it's a little bit backed up.
Everybody's doing. Yeah. So we have now walked over to the convention center portion where they actually have a convention going on.
Skin, bones, heart, and private parts.
Starring Howard Stern, I believe. Wow, interesting. Just stop being so immature, Jeremiah. Grow up.
I'm actually trying not to choke right now. Yes, there is a convention going on. I'm not going to venture in because it does look quite large, and they're setting up for their lunch break.
It's nice to see just a convention. It's rare.
Of course, one of the highlights that I was going to do is go out to the bar restaurant out on the river via the bridge and do all that. But the rain has gotten harder.
It's Florida. It'll pass.
I know. That's why I'm walking through the inside.
And of course, we want to get a look at Pepper Market. And I'm trying to think of the name of the sit-down restaurant there. It is Maya Grill. And Rick's Lounge is still there.
We passed Rick's. While I was talking, we were talking about mobile ordering. It was in front of that, and then the quick service was right there. So now we're just walking.
Tony said that the name of this convention was his band name in college, and he's sad that he wasn't invited to the reunion, which apparently is going on now. We're so mature. Our connection is not quite as good now, just for your information.
Yep, that's what I was guessing. I'm trying to get out of here.
You have the Tom Petty wall up ahead of you.
I'm glad you can still see.
Does Pepper Market no longer exist?
No, I don't believe it does.
What in the world? What did I miss? Mercado de Coronado food court. When did this happen?
Um,
Wait, that's yeah. When did this happen? Like 10 years ago?
it's been a while.
Wow, that's yep. I'm a professional. I I loved Pepper Market. This is like blowing me away. That's beautiful. It's raining.
Yeah.
That is really lovely. You sure you don't want to go out there?
Even with my umbrella, I don't think that would be a good show because it is raining pretty heavy.
2018, so it hasn't been that long. Okay.
Yeah, I think it was during the construction of
Destino.
Gran Destino. Sorry for this. I'm looking at the camera, watching the lighting go in and out as I'm going in between pillar and rain.
So are these hotel rooms next to you you're walking through now?
They are.
Oh, okay.
Again, this hotel has been open. This is its fourth day. I believe it did open on Friday, so not very busy as it is. The lobby. Hey, back to that question. Gran Destino, they removed a lot of the chairs and seating area, and then for Coronado Springs, the main lobby for that is just even more open.
So I make it my point to know one thing, one esoteric thing about every resort. This one is it has the largest hot tub on property, holding 24 people.
Is that which one is that by?
It's over by the dig site, the pyramid, the giant main pool area.
I visited that pool area for the first time. I think it was I think it was after the opening because I believe it was the first pool I went into post everybody wearing masks, and I felt strange. They weren't wearing masks in the pool, so that's why I felt strange.
Is that one of the quiet pools right there?
I believe it is the kiddie pool. Yeah.
Okay, so I was wondering. It's lovely, lovely water feature.
Yeah, and that is one of the nice things about this hotel is there's it's always moving. It feels like
kinetic.
Thank you. That was the word I had in my head, but I just couldn't put it anywhere. Much like you just can't put this bike anywhere.
That's interesting. That is interesting. Man, I hope we can make our way over to the dig site pool area. It's so nice over there.
It does look like the rain is starting to slow down. Yep, I think this walk may have done a good job for us.
So I'm not even sure where exactly are you now? Do you know the building you're in?
I think it was Carnitas.
Okay. Or it may be Casitas.
I'm hungry, so Carnitas. Okay, yeah, it looks like it's just down to a sprinkle now, so we can head downstairs.
Let's do it. One thing about Florida is when it gets down to a sprinkle, it never comes back to a downpour. So you're safe.
Yeah. We know the rain is done for at least a minute.
Oh, so many fountains. I love fountains. That one even does tricks.
Ooh, wow. I think it may just respond to somebody flushing the toilet, though.
Ew.
Yep.
Very good.
Okay, do I want to walk that way or this way? Let's go this way, then I can cut across.
Choose your own adventure.
3 bridges.
So for those who aren't familiar with Coronado Springs, there's the Gran Destino Tower. Obviously, that's the new thing. But the original hotel is just a series of, I think, 3-story buildings surrounding a very large water area. Right, Jeremiah?
Correct. And then they just, when they expanded, put in the 3 bridges bar and grill out there. That's not the name of it, but Via del Argo.
Oh, very good. So this is one of those hotels, kind of like Caribbean Beach, where depending on where your building is, you could have quite a hike to the main building where the food is. There are bus stations throughout, so that's not so bad. But other stuff can definitely be a hike. But then you can choose. You can either be close to the main building where the food is, or you can be close to the main pool, which is kind of on the other side. So
Yeah.
choose your building well at Coronado Springs. We stayed here. My wife and I actually stayed here on our honeymoon. This was our main hotel for our honeymoon, and it was a lovely time. Love this place.
I think I stayed here one night once, and I was way in the back, and that was before Destino. So I know that feeling of I have to drive to get anywhere I want to go right now.
Yeah. And in addition to the main dig site, which is where the main pool is, the huge jacuzzi, the slide, there are also a number of quiet pools throughout. So if you just want to get some water, you don't have to, and you're not near the dig site, you don't have a major hike to get there.
Yeah, it is very peaceful out here. Like I've seen maybe 2 people the entire walk so far.
It's very green. Is there any humidity right now?
With the rain just stopping, it definitely hit the humid part. And I woke up this morning and I looked at the temperature and it was mid 70s and the high was supposed to be 84. So I was like, this is going to be a perfect day until it started raining and then it stopped. Here's one of the quiet pools you were talking about. Also, one of the great things about Florida is the trees are very large. So after it rains and it stops, you can walk under a tree and feel like you're still being rained on.
I love Florida. So that is the whatever building we're at, quiet pool. And quiet pool does not mean small. They're still pretty large with nice pool chairs. I mean, it's not a bad pool at all. That's huge.
Yeah, looks like 5.5 feet. So it is an older pool.
That is humongous.
Yeah,
Disney does pools good, very good.
Did you hear? This is completely off topic and not even something that matters because Art of Animation isn't open yet. Pop is, Art of Animation isn't. Did you ever get a chance to swim in the big blue pool?
Never did.
So, did you ever hear the story of how they would pipe in the voices of the Nemo and friends under the water so you could hear it underneath the water?
I knew they had music underwater. I did not know they piped in voices.
Yeah, it was the music and them talking and little things. I found out last time I visited there, just before everything, that they stopped doing that.
That is a disappointment. When we stayed at Cabana Bay on our recent trip, we stayed at Cabana Bay for part of it, and that was the first time I'd been in a pool that had underwater music, and I was addicted to it to the point, I would hold my breath much longer than I should have, just because I enjoyed hearing the music underwater.
Somehow, I'm guessing that's why they turned off the music and the talking at the big blue pool.
It was really cool. It was just really cool. It was, yeah. So. And now I'm going to start putting my radio in my bathtub just to experience that. So as we walk around...
I was going to reference Mythbusters and how, the old putting your stereo, your radio in the bathtub could do bad things, but it can't because the new technology is designed so if it gets wet, it just shuts down.
Nevertheless, we do not recommend putting this to the test here at laughingplace.com.
Yeah. Go find the Mythbusters TV show and watch it.
So that's the Gran Destino across that we're looking at, right?
Correct.
So
and we're going across to the Vista Del Argo.
And as LP Rebecca points out, this resort, as it surrounds the lake or the lagoon or whatever you call it, also has a nice jogging trail. So it's really a great place to stay if you're a runner or morning walker, because it just provides a very beautiful one. They host a Sunday morning fun run.
They hosted a Sunday morning fun run. We don't know. Yeah. Hopefully everything will return, but
we speak in generalities, knowing what once was will hopefully be again.
Yes. So
wow, this is new to me.
Yeah, this area is beautiful. When the Gran Destino opened, they had a private media event, And when I say private media event, it was maybe 20 outlets. And it was one person per outlet, no guests, no visitors. We were toured the hotel, and then the only option we had was to come out here and snack. But if you've ever been in a hotel with just 20 other people, it was very strange. It is the Three Bridges Bar and Grill.
At Villa Del Argo.
Yes.
Villa Del Argo, sorry. That's not the name I would have guessed, the Three Bridges.
Well, it is the meaning of the Three Bridges, because there is that one that goes to the main check-in area, the one we just crossed, and the one that's going to head over to the dig site, which we'll walk over to in a little bit. I just love coming over here for this view.
Man, Disney has nice hotels.
Yeah.
That is wonderful.
Now is a good time to remind people to subscribe and like and follow and ring our bell.
You know what I'm going to do right now, Jeremiah? I'm going to take a moment to remind people to, however you're watching this, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, or yes, even Twitch, make sure you subscribe to our channel right now and ring that bell so you get notified when we go live, which we do quite often. Including tomorrow we'll have Disney Trivia Live. I don't know why I said that. We have so much more today as well. We have Park Talk Live today at 4 p.m. Pacific time. Disney Movie Night. I'm sorry, LP Movie Club. Yes, we have names for these things. We pay big money to name these things. I should use them. LP Movie Club tonight is going to be the movie Clouds on Disney Plus. We also have Mando Monday coming up tonight for the first time. We're not sure exactly what time, which is all the more reason you need to ring that bell so you know when we go live. And thank you, Rebecca. The body of water that I keep calling Lake Lagoon Pond and otherwise is called Lago Dorago. Lago Dorago.
I had that once when I was in Spain.
I believe you, too, because you've been to Spain.
Nope, I've not been to Spain.
You haven't?
No. My location...
Lago Dorado means Golden Lake. So it is a lake. Okay, go on.
My locations around the world that I've visited all have corresponded with Disney theme parks.
Well, Disney Mediterranean Cruise goes out of Barcelona, so I didn't put it out of Rome for you.
So here's the dig site, which is definitely one of the more fun pools in any of the Disney properties, I feel.
Agreed.
Very wide open, a nice volleyball court, which isn't something you see at a moderate resort most of the time here.
This is a moderate resort, but it's the only moderate that has a convention center, so it's a little bit step up from other moderates. And then the new Gran Destino Tower makes it a huge step up.
Just the imprints on the walkway. And oh no, the pool is closed, which means that we will get a good view of everything. I'm guessing... Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I just got a note that for those of you who want to see some really interesting stuff, this area, the pool and the slide, there was a lot of that on the NBA Instagram. So if you want to go check that out while the players were here during the bubble time. So there's the beautiful pyramid, which is not a slide, but doesn't it look like that'd be a fun slide if it were, other than the steps?
Yeah, a little slide over the side is fun. It's small.
You can see can you point to the exit of the slide? It's a little hard to see there.
I can't even. I'm pointing to the exit. It's next to the step. Oh, there is thunder, so I'm guessing there's been lightning in the area.
Cool. Jump in.
No.
So you see the fountain pouring or spitting into the water. Really cool. Huge pool, too. Humongous.
Yeah. And it is an older pool, so it has, I want to say its depth is 6 feet.
So that's the second time you've said that. Are you saying when Disney does pools now, they don't make them that deep?
Correct. No, I think the deepest is the 5 feet. Most of the pools now are very, I think 3.5 feet. They don't do the deep end pools.
Okay.
The play area with a giant spider on the top.
So this one does have a playground. Actually, most hotels have playgrounds. I don't know that people are really aware of that, but
Yeah.
having a toddler while we were living there, we learned about all the playgrounds at the pools. Or not all of them are at the pools, but they're all somewhere at the hotel.
So I correct myself. I think the last time I was here was just before the shutdown, because I went into the Iguana Arcade and played a little bit. And while I was out here hiding from the sun, there were kids playing at the ping pong table, which they definitely did not understand the concept of ping pong and were just smacking the ball as hard as they could wherever.
I think they knew exactly what they were doing, Jeremiah. So let us make sure we get a view of the largest hot tub on property. And the best view you can get of the slide. So this pool is called the Lost City of Cibola Pool, and it has the spitting jaguar slide. Can I tell you how cool it is to have our own stats person to feed me information while we do this?
I was going to say, we have a staff that's large enough. I mean, somebody should be correcting me on the depth of the pools, of how deep they can go now.
In the words of Stugatz, I'm on it. So
that one right there?
Yeah, is that it? I guess that's it.
Yeah, I know it's pretty large. When I went in there were probably like 6 or 7 other people in there.
My record, I mean, I know when it opened, it was the largest on property. It held 24 people. That was a long time ago. That may not be it. They may have changed it. I may have to update my esoteric knowledge.
So the depth of that pool is 3 feet 4 inches. Do you know what that equals in metrics?
A meter.
1 meter.
22 people, not 24 people. Thank you, Stat Boy. This is great. And yes, that was the hot tub. And it's kind of hard to tell from that angle, but if you were to see a picture with people in it, that is a humongous hot tub by hot tub standards.
There's the wall on the back of the hot tub.
My knowledge is correct. Largest outdoor hot tub at Disney World. Thank you. Thank you, Stat Boy. Did we see the slide, the Jaguar slide?
I'm trying to see if I can get around to that side.
Okay. I thought you had left, maybe.
No, it is over on this side. I don't think I can get much closer than this, but this should give us somewhat of a view of it, I hope.
So, and they also have somewhere a little splash pad for the really tiny, teeny, tiny people, also known as babies.
There you go.
So this is a large pool area, tons of fun. If you've got the age of people in your party that like to do stuff at the resort, this is a great place to stay. Highly recommended.
There you go. You can see the splashdown area.
Yes, cool. Thank you. I've been down that slide. It is a blast.
But is it in the past?
That was one of our trivia on Saturday. I blocked out the last part and gave multiple choice on what it was. It was a fun contest. I think it's fast, it's a blast, so wear your mask was one of the choices.
So we have this bridge that goes over to the Grand Destino.
Hey, our Australian friend is here today. Hi, Tammy. Haven't seen you in a long time. Welcome back. Or welcome back to me, really.
Yeah, it was like Benji and
profile
I
picture.
Definitely did some Australian comments for a little bit. So we're going to walk around to the cabanas.
This hotel, by the way, at least during normal times, has several hammocks set up as you walk around. So if you're one of those people that likes to get into a hammock, I personally have never been in a hammock, but it's tons of fun. And now Stat Boy's going to remind me that I've been in a hammock several times and always say that.
One of my first times, I believe, ever being in a hammock was one of my trips out here during Christmas time. And I walked to the Poly and I walked out to Sunset Point, which is, no longer really there, and got in one of those hammocks. And the only time I'd ever seen hammocks was, Popeye cartoons, that kind of stuff.
Did you expect to get wound up?
I almost fell out. I definitely did. But It is definitely comfortable.
Are they? I'm
Yeah.
too scared that I'm just going to flip over at any moment to get comfortable.
No, it's safe. I was concerned also. Hey, let's walk over this side of the dig site and see what we can see at this door.
Much more relaxing a beanbag or my lava lamp.
Do you have your Pollock paintings on your wall too? Jackson Pollock. There we go. That's like Wilson Pollock. No, Jackson Pollock.
Jackson Pollock. Yes, I don't. I just fake them by throwing paint on the wall, and no one can tell the difference.
There is the slide.
Oh, okay.
And then there's the spitting statue.
Nice angle. Beautiful. So green in Florida.
Yeah.
Goodness, I love this place. And peaceful is an understatement. There's it's so quiet right now.
It really is. I mean, I think this is the 4th or 5th hotel that I've been to shortly after the reopening, and they've all been like this, but this one is definitely the most quiet. I think it's because it's so large, and it seems that the attendance for the past couple of weeks has been high. I mean, as you saw when you were out here, but it seems like the attendance hasn't gone down to the lowest level, but is dropped some. I believe tomorrow I am doing a live stream in the Magic Kingdom. I know I will be in the Magic Kingdom, which normally means that there will be a live stream of the Magic Kingdom. But
I noticed that Universal keeps reaching capacity on the weekends. So Central Florida, and we were there. We went to some just regular hot tourist spots like Andretti's Mario Kart and stuff. Central Florida is definitely a tourist town again, which is great for the local economy, great for people like you that have to live there. Jeremiah, I challenge you to lay in that hammock. So
this is just going to be bad.
Oh, this is I can't wait.
It looks like it's still got some water at the bottom of it.
That's okay. I don't mind.
Let me walk down to this one. I still am making a trip over to the Fort Wilderness campgrounds because of
if the hammock is wet, you do not need to lay in it.
Stat Boy decided to show me a pin that was released that I needed to get, so I'm going to head that way.
You don't have to go there. You choose to go there.
Yes. Oh, yeah, these are just soaking wet. Nope, not doing that one. I'm glad that I touched that one because I was about to I'll sit down and just a little puddle should be fun. No, it is soaking wet.
Stat Boy wants to know how they became Stat Boy because that is your new title. And knowing you as I do, Stat Boy, this is your dream job come true. So... by the way, we have do it, and do it. So we have some disappointed viewers that you did not do the hammock.
Hang on, I need to find a place to put my bag. Never mind, I'll just hold it and...
Tony, Betty, timestamp this.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, right, it's wet. There we go. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, we so need someone else to be pointing the camera at you.
Yep. Just a clarification, it is still wet.
Can you switch it to selfie mode?
This is cruel and unusual. Nope, that's turning off my camera. Hang on.
Okay.
I got it. I'm trying to it's nice rocking. Shoes. Yeah, thanks.
I like them a lot.
Skechers, they're very comfortable.
Your ankles are kind of narrow. Okay, so Jeremiah, once again, Tony, this has to go in the description. Bookmark this moment.
There we go. There. Hang on, let me get my shirt there.
That's a nice shirt.
Thank you. It's Mary Poppins. It's Yondo painting Mary Poppins, but it's the original Mary Poppins that he's painting, but he's looking at the reflection of Julie Andrews. And then we have Baby Groot up here. There's a Dick Van Dyke picture on one of these corners. And then down here is his arrow. And I believe the snow globe is also featured up here somewhere.
That is a clever, clever, clever shirt. I like that a lot. That is awesome. And your standard NASA face mask, of course.
Yes. I know. I've gotten a couple of comments over the past few weeks about how much I like this face mask. And yes, it is perfect because it doesn't form against your face. So I don't have to worry about the breathing and the mask getting completely wet.
So apparently it improved your appearance too, because Cammie found it handsome. And having seen him without the mask, it's the mask.
I think she's talking about the shirt. So
okay.
I got in the hammock, which wasn't easy, but this next part is going to be... Okay, we're just going to follow wet bottom. Wet bottom.
You have set a new standard, Jeremiah.
There we go. I'm out. I just did my 10-point land with my hands in the air.
Can we see what you left there? Oh.
You should see the backside of me.
So every park walk and talker now has a new standard. You have set the standard, Jeremiah. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So one of the things that I normally do before these walk and talks is I will go into the restroom and get a paper towel because it's Florida. We all sweat, so I have something to mop up the sweat before it runs into my eyes. And since it was cooler, I didn't worry about that. And now I'm just a puddle of sweat in the front and soaking back side right now. Hey, look, a pool.
You don't need that anymore. That was great.
Oh, man.
It's just like being out in the rain. You're used to it. It's Florida.
The rain usually does not cover the complete backside bottom of myself. To the point where I have to sit down in my car to drive, and I'm just going like, oh.
Well, if you need to buy a towel, just expense it.
I'll put it on the corporate card.
Yeah.
Hey, there's one of those hammocks that's all wound up. Like that one actually is wound up.
So that's funny. So you want to, okay, so get on it, hold on, and let's see it unwind.
At this point, if I didn't just fear a face full of sand, because really I don't have anything else to lose.
Statboy has informed us that this mask that you love so much, that you say is the best mask you've used, is available at the Kennedy Space Center online store. So you can get that delivered to you at home and have the coolest and most comfortable mask available. And this has not been a paid sponsorship.
I know that it is because at one point I was going to order another one. Reedy Creek Fire Department marker. That's the center of Reedy Creek Fire Department. I was going to order one of the masks online, but I want to say that they're like $15, which is what they are at the gift shop. But the shipping, I will believe, was like $7.50. And while Kennedy Space Center isn't close to me, and it's not a free entry, there is paid to get in. I wasn't going to pay $22.50 when I could probably get one in about 20 to 30 minutes at times. So,
well, the reason is because they use a rocket to deliver it, and those things aren't cheap.
Yes.
I wish we could have seen this, Rebecca. It's like something out of The Right Stuff.
Have you watched the Right Stuff? I was actually just about to ask you that.
Absolutely. We've watched all 3 episodes and enjoying it very much.
So I enjoy it, and as an aerospace brat, my grandparents helped build not only the space shuttle but also the SR-71, the B-2, all of that.
Wow.
I enjoy the history of it, but I kind of feel like they have so many focuses that you kind of get lost on which astronaut you're following at times.
Yeah, and I mean that's what the right stuff is all about, is the personalities. Even the movie
Yeah.
spends a lot of time on that. I'm sure there are obviously plenty of places you can go for the space part of it.
Yeah.
But it's interesting, and it's helpful that we know who's the first person in space and who the first American in space and the first American to orbit the moon. But I'm sure a lot of people watching this don't know. This is like a suspense thing, and especially the way it starts with both John Glenn and Alan Shepard being prepared to be the first American in space, and we don't get the payoff. And it's just funny to imagine watching this, not knowing where it's headed.
I think in at least 2 of the episodes, they make a point of saying, I believe it's John Glenn that says, every school age child will know the name of the first person in space and all of that. And then I'm like, kids, and this isn't me being old and crotchety, but I think it's definitely the truth. The space program right now, as it isn't existent, except for SpaceX. But you could probably tell me more if Gideon knows more about, or not Gideon, if Gideon's books tell him more about it, because I know Gideon is wise and pays attention and knows stuff.
That's a good question. I wonder, because but even when I was a kid, who was the first man in space? And you'd get John Glenn as the answer, which A, no, he orbited the Earth. He wasn't the first American. And B, he wasn't even the first man to do that. He was just the first American to do that. But I feel like now, 20 years, 30 years later, it's even less so. Who was the first man in space? We've been to space? What are you talking about? I think Neil Armstrong, is still a standard first man on the moon. People still know that, I think.
Hang on, we got to go back and check your math. Because you just said 30 years?
I was a kid 30 years ago. I was 19.
You weren't 19 when we landed on the moon.
No, I didn't say landed on the moon. I'm saying 30 years ago if I was asked that question.
Yeah. No,
I was not born when we landed on the moon. Rebecca says the right stuff is so good, but having recently stayed at Cabana Bay, which is a retro resort, she felt cheated that there weren't a bunch of astronaut hopefuls goofing off at the pool. It definitely felt like that place where they stayed in Florida.
Yeah, but you also have, that was one of the other comments. I think when Gordo's talking to John Glenn about coming out and hanging out with the guys, and he's like, you know what we've done in that pool, or you guys have done in that pool. Our kids are going to be in that pool.
That was a great line. Right Stuff, now streaming on Disney Plus. It's a limited series. I don't know how many episodes it is. Do you happen to know?
I believe it's 8. That seems to be the norm right now.
Go
ahead.
Based on the Tom Wolfe book, and there was a huge movie back in the 80s, I believe, that was very popular. And now it's on miniseries on Disney Plus. Cannot recommend it enough to learn more about the Mercury 7, the first Americans into space.
Yeah, I binged the first 3 episodes last night, and I was sad and happy at the same time that it was only 3 episodes.
And Rebecca makes a great point. Buzz Aldrin is probably more known right now than Neil Armstrong because of Toy Story.
I always thought Buzz Aldrin was better known because of Dancing with the Stars.
That too, frankly. And the guy will punch you in the face if you say that we didn't actually walk on the moon.
Yeah. So here is
this the check-in?
Yes.
Okay. Man, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
So I don't know where to stay on our next visit, Riviera or Gran Destino. They're both so awesome. Love this place.
And if anybody watching this has not watched Destino, if you go onto Disney Plus and watch it, it is just a short. It's very interesting. You will see a lot of these shapes take place in that short.
6 minutes. I feel like I should be able to do that, but I don't think I could. Maybe with the Tony Betty watch along, he can explain to me everything.
So here beautiful. We've come full circle.
Well, thank you for that tour.
No problem. I know that it's not confirmed, but I believe tomorrow there will be a Magic Kingdom walk. And then tonight will be theme park talk.
Yes, it will. So to give a quick update on what Jeremiah just said, in a few short hours, 4 p.m. Pacific time, we will have theme park talk. And then at 7:30 tonight Pacific time, we'll have the LP Movie Club featuring Clouds. And Mando Monday will also be at some time today, time to be announced. So ring the bell so you get notified. Make sure you subscribe. Thank you so much, Jeremiah, for touring us at the newly reopened Coronado Springs Resort at Walt Disney World. Anything else? Oh, and a special thanks to Jeremiah today for taking a ride on the hammock. That will be the highlight of my week, and it's only Monday, yet I know it already is. Anything else you would like to say before we sign off here, Mr. Jerm?
I think that is about it. Thanks a lot, guys. Hope you have a great day.
All right. Ahoy. Wave goodbye. Show off that manicure.